Hey y'all, welcome to the first episode of today. I'm pretty sure it's episode 22 now, I think. And we're already starting off with a mid-argument. Grumpy Bear and Jewel Sparkles are going back and forth. Jewel thinks you can control everything. Grumpy Bear says because I do. And then suddenly, a blue blur appears. Shadow stands in front of everyone saying, before the next challenge, there's been a change. Everyone freezes. Big announcement. Shadow says one contestant is returning. Lightbulb says, wait, what already? A portal opens and out jumps my girl, Pillow Featherbed! She's back! Yeah! Let's go! The first boot is finally back here. I miss this girl so much, bro. Jules says her. Darnell says, oh no, this just got weird. Shaggy's like, wasn't she out early? Yeah, she got first boot because she was the first person sleep. I mean, she was the first person voted off because she was sleeping the entire challenge period. So... Pillow's energy. She's finally gonna have more lines this time. Pillow stretches saying, did I miss anything important? Everyone says yes. Shadow raises his hand saying, and since she just returned, she has immunity. So there's no challenge today. Lightbulb's winning streak has finally came to an end. That girl won like 3 times already. Everyone else is up for elimination. Everyone starts talking at once. Grumpy Bear's problem. Oh god. I don't like that. For the first time, Grumpy Bear looks unsure. He says this wasn't part of the plan. Darnell says we just vote together again. Matt says stick to the numbers. Shaggy says yeah, but he looks nervous. Jules sees opportunity. Oh, heck nah. Jules' eyes light up saying this is it. She turns to Oswald and Lightbulb saying we don't need the majority, we just need a crack. Oswald says if even one flips. Everyone slowly looks at Shaggy. Don't tell me Shaggy gon' flip. He notices like, why is everyone looking at me? And this is the situation. But if one flips, power shifts instantly. Pillow is just laying on the ground saying this is entertaining. Is this entertaining? Okay, I don't want this or this to happen. So and they play it to save themselves, to shift Grumpy Bear's plan, but they don't know that it's fake because it has scratches. I mean, one of the key elements cluing that it's fake. I'm gonna spice this elimination up a little bit because it's starting to become a little boring now, so I'm gonna gonna make things interesting. If it'll load. Oswald's calculating? Man, you ain't got no calculator. Okay. The tension is insane tonight. Everyone knows that this vote could flip the entire game. Pro Man is still missing. Wait, hold on. Pillow Featherbed lays across the voting table saying, "I'm not moving." Shadow says she's safe. And then these are the people at risk. Pause to read. Shadow is about to begin, but is interrupted by Lightbulb. Lightbulb, no! No! What are you doing? It couldn't have just been Oswald or Joe Sparkles. Man, Lightbulb about to get robbed again. Lightbulb suddenly jumps in saying, "Wait," everyone turns. She pulls something out, a small idol, but something's off. Lightbulb, you about to get cooked again. You went from immunity 3 times in a row to being framed. It's scratched up. The smile on it is frowning, and there's weird marks all over it. One of the fake clues. Jules says you found one. Oswald said that looks suspicious. Lightbulb says, "I'm playing it, you can't vote me out." Lightbulb. She slams it onto the ground frowning. Lightbulb. Lightbulb. You about to get robbed so hard right now. Everyone looks at it. They then at each other. Grumpy Bear raises an eyebrow. Yeah, he already know that's fake. Darnell tries not to laugh. Darnell, don't do it like that. Matt just stares. Darnell, don't do Lightbulb like that. Shaggy whispers like that doesn't look right. Shadow's response, Shadow picks it up, examines it, turns it over. Then he looks at Lightbulb saying, "This is not a real idol. Lightbulb, you was done. You cooked." Lightbulb says, "Wait, what?" Garfield is dying of laughter. The frown, really? Darnell falls over laughing. No way you fell for that. Shadow says this idol is fake. All votes will still count. Lightbulb's face drops saying, "You're kidding." Grumpy Bear smirks saying that just made things easier. And then first safe is Matt. Second safe is Darnell. Yes. Third safe is Shaggy. He sighs in relief. So all the rejoiners are safe once again. Fourth safe is Grumpy Bear. Yay. He catches it, saying predictable. And the final 3 is Jewel, Oswald, and Lightbulb. So one of the outsiders is getting eliminated this episode. The Lightbulb, you might have messed yourself up. You went from getting immunity 3 times in a row to getting eliminated. That's crazy. Lightbulb is panicking now, saying, "Wait, I thought I was safe." Fifth safe is Oswald, the lucky rabbit. He says okay. And the final 2 is Jewel and Lightbulb. This is Jewel's first time ever being in the final 2. What the heck? Her downfall dropped as soon as Rouge left the game. That's crazy. Don't eliminate my girl Jewel. She's a diva. Don't eliminate her this early. Please. I see potential in this girl. Please don't. Please don't do this to me. Jewel looks calm. Lightbulb is spiraling. Jewel, how are you this calm right now? You're in the funnel too. The funnel cookie goes to Jewel Sparkle. Yeah, Lightbulb, you messed yourself up. And Lightbulb is eliminated because she got framed. And she got humiliated in front of everybody. Except for these two. I mean, her and him. So, Lightbulb's eliminated because she got framed. So I guess she won't win immunity anymore. Lightbulb says I got scammed by a rock. What? Garfield says not even a good one. Darnell says that's crazy. See, me and him relate. Boom! Lightbulb is launched out of the game. And we're down to the final 6, y'all! Wait, that's not right. ChatGPT made a mistake. It's supposed to say final 7 remaining. And it's Grumpy Bear, Darnell, Matt, Shaggy, Jewel, Oswald, and Pillow. So now Pillow is joining the Outsiders. Jewel looks around. She's still on the bottom. Grumpy Bear looks at his alliance, still strong, still in control. Grumpy Bear says 1 by 1. And these are the next things going on, I think. So, in other words, don't win immunity for the past 3 challenges in a row, because it'll come back to you. Karma is a horrible thing.